Have you ever felt a stubborn itch on your leg or arm that just wouldn't go away, no matter how much you scratched or slathered on lotion? It's the kind of thing that sneaks up on you, maybe while you're reading the morning paper, chatting with a friend, or settling into bed. And it's so easy to shrug it off as dry skin or a passing irritation. But what if that itch is more than just a nuisance? What if it's your body's quiet way of saying, "Hey, something's not quite right in here"? As we age, our bodies become like wise old storytellers, speaking through subtle signals, aches, fatigue, or even something as ordinary as itchiness. And here's the truth. Ignoring those signals could mean missing a warning that might quietly steal away your energy, your independence, or even the years you have left to live life to the fullest. That's why today, we're going to uncover 5 specific spots on your body where persistent itchiness after 60 could point to serious health problems. These aren't old wives' tales or random guesses. They're insights drawn from what doctors and researchers have learned about aging and longevity. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly what these itchy spots might mean, how to spot them, and most importantly, how to take simple steps to keep thriving with strength, clarity, and joy. So, let's dive in and listen to what your body might be trying to tell you, starting with the first spot. The first place we need to talk about is itchiness on your lower legs, those calves, shins, or ankles that might start demanding a scratch, especially when you're resting or winding down for the night. It's so tempting to chalk this up to aging skin, especially when the air gets dry or you've been on your feet a bit too long. But when that itch keeps coming back day after day, with no rash or obvious cause, it's time to pay closer attention. Doctors have found that persistent itchiness in the lower legs of older adults can be a sign of something called peripheral artery disease, or PAD. This happens when the blood vessels in your legs narrow, slowing down the flow of blood to your skin, muscles, and tissues. When that flow gets sluggish, your skin can turn dry, sensitive, and itchy, almost like it's pleading for more oxygen. But it's not just about the itch. This kind of poor circulation can put extra strain on your heart and blood vessels, raising your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and even memory issues over time. Studies show that untreated PAD can quietly shorten your lifespan, making it harder to stay active and independent. Let me share a story about 2 friends, Ellen and Frank, both in their late 60s. Ellen loves her morning walks with her neighbor, always checking her legs for changes and staying active with gardening or light stretching. She feels good and rarely notices anything unusual. Frank, though, has been less active lately. He's been spending more time in his favorite recliner, maybe watching game shows or flipping through magazines, and he's started to notice his shins itching more than usual, especially after sitting for hours. He grabs the lotion, thinking it's just dry skin, but the itch keeps creeping back, sometimes waking him up at night. What Frank doesn't realize is that his body might be sending a signal that blood isn't reaching his legs as well as it should. When circulation slows, the tissues in your legs don't get the nutrients they need, and that can make simple things like walking to the mailbox or climbing stairs feel exhausting. Over time, this strain can wear down your whole system, making it tougher to enjoy the things you love, like playing with grandkids or tending to your garden. The good news is that you can take charge of this itch before it becomes a bigger problem. Movement is one of the best medicines. Try a gentle 10-minute walk around your neighborhood or some seated leg lifts while you're watching TV. Elevating your feet on a stool when you sit can help blood flow back to your heart. Drinking more water, aiming for 6 to 8 glasses a day, keeps your blood vessels happy, and cutting back on salty foods like chips or canned soups can ease the strain on your circulation. If you're curious about compression socks, they can be a game changer. Just make sure they fit comfortably. If that itch on your lower legs doesn't fade after a few weeks of these changes, don't hesitate to talk to your doctor. A quick test can check your circulation, and catching it early can keep you moving, laughing, and living life on your terms for years to come. Your legs are like the unsung heroes of your body, and a little love can go a long way. Now, let's move to another spot that might be trying to get your attention. Itchiness on your upper arms or shoulders. This one's easy to dismiss. Maybe you blame a new laundry detergent, a scratchy sweater, or that sunny afternoon you spent outside. But when the itching persists, especially without a rash or redness, it could be your body's way of hinting at a problem with your thyroid. That little gland in your neck is like the conductor of your body's orchestra, managing your energy, metabolism, and even your mood. As we age, it can start to slow down, hypothyroidism, or, less commonly, speed up. And one of the sneaky signs is itchy skin, particularly on the upper arms or shoulders. A sluggish thyroid can make your skin dry and flaky, while an overactive one might make it feel prickly or overly sensitive. Either way, if your thyroid's out of balance, it can throw off your heart rate, your weight, your sleep, and even your zest for life. Things that add up to how long and how well you live. Think about two cousins, Ruth and Henry, both in their early 80s. Ruth stays proactive about her health, eating balanced meals with fish, eggs, and plenty of greens, and she gets her blood work checked regularly. She's got her spark and rarely feels off. Henry, though, has been dragging lately. He's more tired than he used to be, feels chilly even on warm days, and he's been scratching his upper arms a lot, especially in the evenings. He figures it's just aging and doesn't think much of it. But what Henry might not know is that his thyroid could be struggling, sending signals through his skin. An untreated thyroid issue can sap your energy, make it harder to stay active, and even increase your risk of heart problems or infections. It's like your body's running on a low battery, and that itch is one of the first warning lights. The great thing is that thyroid issues are often manageable with the right care. Start by noticing other clues. Are you feeling colder than everyone else? Gaining weight without eating more? Struggling with brain fog or brittle nails? If that itch on your arms or shoulders comes with any of these, it's worth a chat with your doctor. A simple blood test can check your thyroid levels, and if something's off, they might suggest medication or small diet changes, like adding iodine-rich foods such as salmon or yogurt. In the meantime, use a gentle, fragrance-free moisturizer to soothe your skin and steer clear of harsh soaps that can make things worse. Try swapping out sugary snacks for a handful of walnuts or berries to support your overall health. That itch might feel like a small bother, but it could be your body's way of saying, "Let's get this fixed so you can keep shining." Nice. We've explored two key spots where itchiness can carry a deeper message, and there's more to uncover. Stay with me as we look at another area your body might be using to speak to you. Now, let's turn our attention to another spot on your body that might be trying to tell you something important. Itchiness on your upper or mid-back. You know that frustrating feeling when an itch hits right in the middle of your back, just out of reach, and no amount of twisting or rubbing against a door frame seems to help? It's tempting to blame it on a scratchy shirt tag, a new soap, or just the way your skin's changing as you age. But when that itch keeps coming back, especially without a rash or obvious irritation, it could be your body's way of sending a deeper message. Doctors have noticed that persistent itchiness in the upper or mid-back of older adults can sometimes point to issues with your liver or kidneys, two powerhouse organs that work tirelessly to keep your body balanced and free of toxins. When these organs start to struggle, waste products can build up in your bloodstream, irritating your skin and causing it to itch, particularly in areas like the back where nerve endings are packed closely together. This isn't just about discomfort. If your liver or kidneys aren't working at their best, it can affect everything from your energy to your digestion, quietly wearing down your health over time. Let's think about two neighbors, Betty and Sam, both in their late 70s. Betty's always been mindful of her health. She drinks plenty of water, eats home-cooked meals with lots of vegetables, and gets regular checkups to keep tabs on her organs. She feels steady and rarely notices anything unusual with her skin. Sam, though, has been feeling off lately. He's been more tired than usual. His ankles have been a bit swollen, and he started scratching his upper back more often, especially at night when he's trying to sleep. He's tried switching to a milder detergent and using a heavier moisturizer, but the itch just won't quit. What Sam might not realize is that his body could be signaling that his kidneys or liver are under strain. When these organs can't filter toxins as efficiently, those toxins can irritate the skin, causing persistent itching that doesn't respond to lotions or creams. Over time, this kind of organ stress can lead to bigger problems like high blood pressure, fluid buildup, or even a weakened immune system, all of which can shorten your lifespan if left unchecked. The encouraging part is that you can take steps to support your liver and kidneys before things get serious. Start by focusing on hydration. Aim for 6 to 8 glasses of water a day to help your kidneys flush out waste. Eating a diet rich in whole foods like leafy greens, berries, and lean proteins can lighten the load on your liver, while cutting back on processed foods, alcohol, or sugary drinks gives these organs a break. If you're taking multiple medications, talk to your doctor about how they might affect your liver or kidneys, as some can add extra strain over time. Gentle movement, like a daily stretch or a short walk, can also boost circulation and help your body process toxins more efficiently. If that back itch persists, especially if you're noticing other signs like fatigue, swelling, or changes in your urine, don't wait. Ask your doctor for a simple blood test to check your liver and kidney function. Catching these issues early can make a world of difference, keeping you strong and ready for whatever adventures life brings, whether it's a family picnic or a quiet evening with a good book. Let's shift to another area that might be speaking to you: itchiness on your scalp or the back of your neck. This one's easy to brush off. Maybe you think it's just a reaction to your shampoo, a dry scalp from the weather, or even a new pillowcase. But when that itch keeps nagging at you day after day, with no flakes or redness to explain it, it could be your body's way of hinting at something deeper, often tied to stress or changes in your nervous system. As we age, our nerves become more sensitive, and the scalp and neck are packed with nerve endings that can react to emotional or physical strain. Chronic stress, whether from worrying about family, adjusting to retirement, or just the quiet weight of daily life, can keep your body in a low-grade state of alert, raising cortisol levels and irritating those sensitive nerves. In some cases, this kind of itching can even be an early sign of neuropathy, a condition where nerve signals misfire, which can affect both your physical comfort and mental clarity over time. Picture two old friends, Martha and Walter, both in their mid-70s. Martha stays connected. She volunteers at her local library, takes time for evening walks, and even tries a bit of meditation to unwind. She's got a calm way about her and doesn't often deal with unexplained itching. Walter, though, has been struggling since he retired. He feels restless, spends more time indoors, and hasn't quite found his rhythm. Lately, he's been scratching his scalp and neck more, especially in the evenings when he's alone with his thoughts. He's tried switching shampoos and washing his hair more carefully, but the itch lingers. What Walter might not know is that this could be his body's way of expressing stress or nervous system fatigue. When your body stays on edge, it can't fully relax, and that tension often shows up in sensitive spots like the scalp or neck. Over time, chronic stress or nerve issues can weaken your immune system, disrupt your sleep, and even raise your risk of cognitive decline, making it harder to enjoy the years ahead. The good news is that you can calm your nerves and ease that itch with some simple changes. Start by carving out a few minutes each day to breathe deeply. Try inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4, and exhaling for 4. It sounds small, but it can signal to your body that it's okay to relax. Spending time outside, even just sitting on your porch or tending to a few plants, can lift your mood and lower stress. Reconnecting with friends or family, whether it's a quick phone call or a coffee date, can also lighten the emotional load. If you're feeling overwhelmed, try jotting down a few thoughts before bed to clear your mind. For your scalp, use a gentle, hypoallergenic shampoo and avoid hot water, which can dry out your skin. If that itch doesn't ease up, or if you're noticing tingling or numbness elsewhere, talk to your doctor. They might suggest a nerve health check or stress management strategies. That itch might be your body's way of saying, "Let's find some peace together," and taking it seriously can help you feel lighter, sharper, and more like yourself. Let's wrap up our journey through the body's quiet signals by focusing on one final spot that might be trying to get your attention: itchiness across your chest or abdomen. You know that moment when you feel a prickly sensation across your torso Maybe while you're folding laundry or relaxing after dinner, and you think it's just sensitive skin or a reaction to something you ate. It's easy to brush it off, especially if there's no rash or obvious cause. But when that itch keeps nagging at you, week after week, it could be your body's way of whispering about something deeper, specifically nutritional deficiencies or problems with how your body absorbs the fuel it needs to keep going strong. As we age, our digestive system can become less efficient at pulling key nutrients like vitamin B12, zinc, or essential fatty acids from our food. When these nutrients run low, your skin, especially in the nerve-rich areas of your chest and abdomen, can become dry, irritated, and itchy. More than that, these deficiencies can sap your strength, weaken your immune system, and even dim your mental sharpness, quietly affecting how long and how well you live. Let me tell you about two sisters, Louise and Evelyn, both in their early 80s. Louise loves her time in the kitchen, whipping up colorful meals with fresh fruits, leafy greens, and a bit of grilled chicken or fish. She doesn't eat as much as she used to, but she makes every bite count, and she feels energized most days. Evelyn, though, has lost her appetite over the past year. She's been skipping breakfast, reaching for toast or canned soup for dinner, and feeling full quickly. Lately, she's noticed her chest and belly itching more, especially in the evenings, and her skin feels a bit dry and tender. She's tried switching body washes and moisturizing more, but the itch persists. What Evelyn might not realize is that her body could be starving for nutrients, even if she's not losing weight. When your body doesn't get enough B12, zinc, or healthy fats, the nerve endings in your torso can misfire, causing that persistent itch. Over time, these deficiencies can weaken your muscles, make you more prone to infections, and even cloud your thinking, making it harder to enjoy the little moments, like sharing stories with friends or watching your favorite sunset. The beautiful thing is that this kind of itch is one of the most fixable issues we've talked about. Start by adding small, nutrient-rich foods to your day. A boiled egg for breakfast, a handful of almonds as a snack, or some sliced berries with lunch. These pack a punch with vitamins and minerals your body craves. If you're not eating as much as you used to, consider a high-quality multivitamin, but check with your doctor first to make sure it's right for you. Eating slowly and chewing thoroughly can help your body absorb nutrients better, and sipping water throughout the day keeps your digestion humming. For your skin, try a fragrance-free moisturizer with ingredients like ceramides to lock in hydration, and avoid hot showers that can strip your skin's natural oils. If that itch across your chest or abdomen doesn't ease up, or if you're feeling unusually tired or foggy, talk to your doctor. They might suggest a blood test to check for deficiencies. Nourishing your body isn't just about comfort. It's about giving yourself the fuel to keep dancing, laughing, and making memories for years to come. Now, let's take a step back and think about what we've uncovered together. Your body is always talking to you, often through something as simple as an itch. Whether it's your lower legs hinting at circulation issues, your upper arms signaling a thyroid imbalance, your back pointing to liver or kidney strain, your scalp reflecting stress, or your chest and abdomen crying out for better nutrition, these signals are like gentle nudges from a friend, asking you to listen. Each one offers a chance to check in, make small changes, and steer your health back on track before a whisper becomes a shout. The goal isn't just to add years to your life. It's to fill those years with energy, independence, and the kind of joy that comes from feeling like yourself. Maybe it's taking a short walk to get your blood flowing, sipping an extra glass of water to support your kidneys, or calling a friend to lift your spirits. Whatever it is, these small steps are your way of saying, "I hear you, body, and I'm here to help." If any of these itchy spots sound familiar, take a moment today to ask yourself, what's one thing I can do to listen to my body? Maybe it's scheduling that doctor's appointment, adding a handful of nuts to your lunch, or just pausing to breathe deeply for a minute. Your thoughts and experiences matter, so please share them in the comments below. What did you learn today, and how are you going to use it? Reading your stories inspires us and builds a community of people who care about living well at any age. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button with the bell so you don't miss any of our tips for thriving after 60. Your support helps us keep sharing content that informs, uplifts, and empowers you. Thank you for being here, for listening to your body, and for choosing to live with strength and joy. Here's to making every day a little brighter, no matter how many candles are on your cake.